The dream dividend. The hum of the dream harvester was a familiar lullaby now, a soft, rhythmic pulse that vibrated through Leo's worn mattress. It clung to his temple with a gentle suction, a sleek silver disc no bigger than a coaster. For 6 months, this little marvel had been his lifeline, a silent partner in his desperate dance with poverty. Leo, a struggling artist in a city that had long forgotten the value of human touch, let alone human creativity, had been on the brink. Eviction notices piled up like forgotten canvases, and the gnawing hunger was a constant companion. Then came SomniaStream, promising a revolutionary concept: passive income from your subconscious. Unlock the untapped potential of your dreams, their slick ads proclaimed. Contribute to a global tapestry of human experience and get paid for every minute you dream. He'd been skeptical, of course. Who wouldn't be? The idea of strangers sifting through the intimate landscape of his sleeping mind felt invasive. But the alternative was the street. So he signed the extensive, jargon-filled EULA, attached the harvester, and let SomniaStream into the most private corners of his existence. The first few weeks were glorious. The dream dividend was small, barely enough for ramen and cheap coffee, but it was something. It was consistent. He could afford new tubes of paint, proper canvases, and for the first time in years, the gnawing anxiety in his stomach receded. His waking hours, once consumed by survival, were now dedicated to his art. He painted vibrant, abstract pieces, often inspired by the fleeting, beautiful fragments of his own dreams, a kaleidoscope of impossible colors, a soaring sensation of flight, the quiet peace of a forgotten meadow. He felt, for a brief, shining moment, like he was finally living. SomniaStream's public interface was a marvel of user experience. The dream charts were a daily sensation, ranking the most popular dreams by category. Top 10 most relaxing beach escapes, viral fantasies of flight, most inspiring creative visions. They even had dream mood boards where users could explore aggregated themes. It all seemed so harmless, so beneficial. He remembered a news report he'd skimmed early on about a woman whose recurring dream of being chased by sentient teacups had become a bizarre viral meme, leading to her being recognized on the street. Leo had chuckled, dismissing it as an anomaly, a quirky side effect of a new technology. My dreams are too boring for that, he thought, painting another swirling nebula born from a particularly vivid night. As the months passed, Leo's financial situation steadily improved. He was even able to rent a slightly larger studio, a place with better light and fewer leaks. But a subtle shift began to occur. His dreams, once a gentle wellspring of inspiration, grew more intense, more vivid. SomniaStream's algorithms, he noticed, seemed to subtly encourage this. His dream dividend would spike after a particularly dramatic or emotionally charged night. He'd wake up feeling drained, but the notification on his SomniaStream app would flash, "Congratulations, dreamer, your latest submission achieved a 92% engagement rating." He started having nightmares again, not the fleeting anxieties of his waking life, but deep-seated primal fears he thought he'd buried. The recurring one was the worst, a suffocating darkness, the sound of tearing canvas, and a faceless crowd laughing at his ruined art. He'd wake up in a cold sweat, the phantom smell of turpentine clinging to his nostrils. He tried to dismiss them, to push them back into the dark corners of his mind. But then he'd see it. First, it was just a fleeting image on a dream snippets carousel. A blurred, dark shape, vaguely reminiscent of his nightmare's suffocating void. Then a viral Nightmare of the Week video popped up on his feed. The abstract visuals were eerily familiar. The tearing sound, the distorted faces, the sense of profound artistic failure. It was attributed to anonymous dreamer number 734. Leo felt a chill, a prickle of unease. Coincidence, he told himself. There are billions of dreams. But the coincidences mounted. A week later, a particularly grotesque multi-limbed creature from another of his nightmares, a creature born from his deepest fears about creative stagnation, appeared in a popular SomniaStream dream lore video, dissected and analyzed by online commentators. This creature, a manifestation of artistic block, is truly groundbreaking, one pundit exclaimed. Leo felt sick. This wasn't just coincidence, this was his subconscious, laid bare. The final straw came with the Gallery of Shattered Visions. It was a new premium content offering from SomniaStream, a curated collection of the most profoundly disturbing and artistically resonant nightmares. And there, front and center, was a fully rendered interactive 3D environment. It was his nightmare. The suffocating darkness, the rending sound, the jeering faceless crowd, and his canvases slashed and defiled, paint bleeding like wounds. Every agonizing detail, every nuance of his deepest artistic insecurity was there, available for public consumption, for a monthly subscription fee. His name wasn't attached, not directly, but the online comments were brutal. This dreamer clearly has imposter syndrome, one read. Imagine being so bad at art, even your dreams know it, another sneered. Then came the messages, subtle at first, from people who knew his art, who knew him. Hey Leo, that new SomniaStream nightmare kinda reminds me of your early stuff before you found your style, huh? Are you okay? That Shattered Visions dream is intense. Hits a bit too close to home, doesn't it? The whispers grew louder. People started looking at his current vibrant paintings with a new, knowing gaze, as if they could see the underlying fear of failure that SomniaStream had so gleefully exposed. His privacy wasn't just eroded, it was annihilated. His deepest anxieties, once confined to the sanctuary of his sleeping mind, were now a public spectacle, a viral sensation, a commodity. He stormed into SomniaStream's sleek, minimalist office, the dream harvester clutched in his trembling hand. "My dreams," he shouted at a perfectly composed customer service drone. "You exploited them. You promised anonymity." The drone, with its unsettlingly serene smile, recited the terms. "Mr. Vance, our protocols ensure complete anonymization of dreamer identity. The content is aggregated and presented without personal identifiers. Your unique dream patterns simply resonated with a wide audience. We encourage all dreamers to explore the therapeutic benefits of shared subconscious experiences." Therapeutic? It was torture. His art, once his escape, now felt tainted. Every brushstroke, every color choice, felt scrutinized by an invisible audience who had seen his raw, naked fear. His nightmares, once a private torment, now felt like a performance, a grotesque show for millions. He couldn't sleep without the dread of what new personal horror SomniaStream would extract and monetize next. He ripped the harvester from his temple, the suction cup leaving a red mark. The dream dividend, once a blessing, now felt like blood money. Days later, hollow-eyed and unable to paint, Leo scrolled through the SomniaStream charts. A new viral nightmare had just hit the top spot. It was a child's dream, a primal fear of abandonment, rendered with chilling clarity. The comments section was already buzzing with amateur psychoanalysis and dark humor. Leo stared at the screen, a profound emptiness settling in his chest. His nightmares might have stopped being bestsellers, but the show, he realized, was just getting started. For SomniaStream continued, endlessly harvesting the deepest, most vulnerable parts of humanity, one subconscious at a time.